Shatner doing Shakespeare is always brilliant. It is always so damn much fun. So this is, as requested by Soma G. Darling, this is from Romeo and Juliet. This is Mercutio's speech. I believe it was best played out of all the actors who have attempted it. I believe it was best played by John Leguizamo. I think we can all agree that Baz Luhrmann's William Shakespeare, or Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, was the finest. He wasn't Mercutio? Who the hell was he?
He was Tybalt.
He was Tybalt. The hell was I thinking Mercutio? Who played Mercutio?
Harold
I don't know who that is. Harold somebody.
He was also on Oz. John Leguizamo was Tybalt, though.
Oh, well, Soma says that that it wasn't Leguizamo, it was a black dude. Soma, I don't know. I don't see color in actors, okay? I think anybody can play anything. I'm not racist. Well, neither are you. But fair enough. That's an identifying fact. That's wrong. Wrong. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right. Well, he is hot. So, you know what? We'll let your racism go because you are sexually attracted to him. Then you can't really be... Okay, look. Actually, Leguizamo can act, I will have you know. I worked with John Leguizamo in a movie once. It never actually made it to the airwaves, but he was... Okay, I'll admit it. I was cut out of Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. I had this one part where I was in this glorious gown. It was beautiful. Brought a tear to my eye when I looked at myself in the mirror. I even turned myself on a little bit. I figured the only person who could possibly satisfy me and my love and my lusts and my fetishes and whatnot would be me. Anyway, it was about that time that I established the Tu Wong Fu scale of cross-dressing. You have, on one side, Patrick Swayze, who's handsome for a woman. Then you have, on the other side, you have John Leguizamo, who is uncomfortably pretty for a man to appear that way in drag. And then you have Wesley Snipes, who's holy hell, very frightening. All right, so from the monologue archive, Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio's line. Incidentally, again, it's been a few years since I read Shakespeare. You used to read it all the time. Now, I don't have time. Here we go. Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, her traces of the smallest spider web, her collars of the moonshine watery beams, her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half as big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel, or old grub, time out of mind. The farriers, the fairy, I can't read. I need to make the text bigger. There we go. The fairies, coachmakers. And in the state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains. And then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight. Or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees. Or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Which oft of the angry mab with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out of suit. And sometimes comes she with a tithe pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose, as a lies asleep, then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of healths 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two, sleeps again. This is that very Mabe that plats the manes of horses in the night. She bakes the efflocks in foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hack, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she. So that was Mercutio's monologue. I'm sure I butchered a few of those words. Justin D. Biebs laughed. Huh. Really, what are the chances that that's the actual Justin Bieber?